Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel Books Natasa, and today I'm gonna film my March TBR. So usually I'm not much for TBRs because I am basically a mood reader, but I have decided to try this new thing where I make TBRs in order to have like a smaller variety of choices in the books that I want to read, so it's not like this chaos that exists with my TBR. For example, my overall TBR is like 300 books, so in each month I'm gonna add the books that I really want to get into that month, or the books that I'm into the mood for this month, and then I'm gonna pick one regarding my mood at the moment. So without any further ado, let's just get straight into the list of books. The first book on this list is Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. This is book number 2 in the Knockabout series by her. And many of you aren't surprised by this because Things We Never Got Over was one of my favorite books of last year and I absolutely loved it. So of course I needed to pick up this one. It released February 28th, I believe, but at the time I was reading, I think, still Chain of Gold, or I was finishing it, and I was in the mood. Also, I took a small break at the end of February to recharge. So now that it's March, I really want to read this one, and I am a little concerned because I keep getting mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. There aren't any middle ones, but I think I'm gonna be like 4 stars for me. Also, the third book in the series just announced, and I'm super excited, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, Things We Hide from the Light follows Nash, who is Knox's brother and is a cop. He got hurt in a shooting in the previous book, and here we see him struggling a lot with that, and he has a sort of PTSD situation going on, and then there is Sloan, I believe is her name. No, Sloan. I can't remember her name, but there's this girl that is living in town but has a lot of secrets, and Nash, of course, really wants to know. So that's where our story begins, sort of, and that's when we get to see them become closer and everything. And I'm really excited, but for some reason, in the first book, I kept picturing Nash in my head like this 50-year-old man, like old, but it turns out he is the same age as Knox, even is younger. I don't know why it didn't click with me when I was reading the previous book, but I have no idea why, but I'm gonna try to reimagine him if that makes sense. Next we have Always Mine, which is book number 1 in the Holy Mountain series by Laura Pavlov. And this one is an enemies to lovers firefighter Yeti situation. And I am super excited to continue with my small town romance books. And this one is a small town in the mountains romance, and I think it's gonna be a nice change of pace from being in Montana for so long. And I just can't wait to start this series. A friend of mine recently read it and absolutely loved it. I'm mostly excited for the single parent trope series. I think it's like book number 3, but still I am excited to continue to start this series soon. And I think I'm gonna do that while reading Chain of Iron, and at night I'm gonna read this series so I won't be in a reading slam with Chain of Iron because it's still a huge book. So yeah, Chain of Iron. The next book on my list is Chain of Iron, but a book number 2 in the Last Hours by Cassandra Clare. Many of you know that I read Chain of Gold last month and I absolutely loved it, so of course I need to continue with Chain of Iron. I have decided to buddy read with a friend on Discord, and we are reading and chatting while everything, so that is fun. So far I'm not very far into it. I have started it. I'm like in the second chapter at the moment. I didn't have much time to read it these past few days because I have been really busy, but I am hoping on picking up the pace soon rather than later. But yeah, in this one we have James and Cordelia getting married, and and we know that the Mary Thieves also knows that this marriage is fake. We know so many things, but again, hate Grace. I thought I'd just put it out there. But yeah, I am planning on, I have filmed a channel called Reading Vlog that is coming out this month on my YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, it's gonna be a spoilery one, and I think I'm gonna start filming a channel Byron one, but don't hold me to that. If I have time, I'm gonna film it. If not, I'm really sorry. But yeah. So far I'm really loving Matthew. He's my favorite, and I'm pretty sure that he's gonna die in the third book. I am praying that he doesn't, but let's just be real, every character that I like ends up dead. But anyway, and I ship him sort of with Cordelia, but I prefer them as friends. But I really want Matthew to be happy, so I really want that because he deserves it after everything that he's been through. And I just want all of my Mary Thieves and Cordelia to be happy. And also I'm super shipping Jessie and Lucy. I'm hoping something will happen between them. Also Alastair and Thomas. I am excited to be proven right on that one. I have no idea if that is gonna happen, but let's hope. But I am super nervous to start Chain of Thorns because I keep hearing so many mixed and negative reviews about it. Maybe regarding a character's death that happened, and I'm praying it's not Matthew. But many people also said that it isn't done very well, and I'm really worried about it. So I guess we'll see. Next we have this Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi, and this is her newest fantasy series, and I think it's new adult, but don't quote me on that. So many of you know that the Satellite series by her is one of my all-time favorite series. I love Arrow Warner, so when I heard that she was releasing a fantasy series, I added it immediately on my TBR. It's just I wasn't really in the fantasy mode for a few years now. I have been reading nothing but romance. So now that I'm slowly getting back into my fantasy mode, I really want to give this series a try because I heard many people compare the main character to Aaron Warner, so of course I need to go and read it. Also, the second book in the series recently released, so I'm really excited to start the series and just hope for the best. I don't know much about it. I'm going in blind with this one because I really want to be surprised and everything, but yeah, high hopes for this one. Next we have the final offer, which is book number 3 in the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. And many of you know that I don't have the best relationship with this series, but I am super excited to read this book. I have not plans of reading the second one anytime soon, but I am planning on reading this one. I keep seeing it on TikTok and Goodreads, and I read a few of the quotes on this book, and it's just right about my alley. Single parent, it's small town romance, second sense, so of course I need to give it a try. It's also a slow burn, so I'm really excited to read it. But I'm also super nervous, but nothing against the author because as you may know, the TBR series is one of my favorites, but with this one I don't have the best relationship, like I said before, so I'm hoping for the best. Next, let's talk about some manga. The first manga on this list is Kami-sama Kiss Volume 3 and 4. I really want to continue reading Kami-sama Kiss, maybe get out of my sort of manga reading slump. It's not so much as a reading slump as much as I have no idea what I want to read. I know I want to read something fun and shoujo and romance, but I can't find the right one, if that makes sense. But yeah, Kami-sama Kiss is one of my favorite series of all time. I love Tomoe, Nanami, and every other character in the series. So I mean, you know that the anime is my favorite thing in the world. So of course I started reading the manga series. So I'm taking it really slow because I really want to savor all these volumes. But I have a feeling that I'm just gonna binge read the entire series in this month. But I have no idea. But so far I'm really loving it. In the previous volume we got to meet Kurama and love him. I think these two volumes is gonna be Mizuki which we meet, and I'm super excited. Also I love watching the interaction between Tomoe and Nanami. They are such a comedic duo and I can't wait to see the romance develop, and I just love them. And so basically every time that I miss Tomoe, which is like every week, I start to pick up another volume, so there is this. Next we have the Saber's Book Cafe Story in Another World Volume 1. This is a new sort of series that has released recently, and I am really excited to read it. It's an isekai, and I don't have the best relationship with isekais, but Himeka I will put her YouTube down below. She's one of my favorite manga YouTubers ever. She recommended this book as well as her friend, I think Caitlin, and I just heard the synopsis and I think it sounds perfect for me. It's gonna be simple romance, and also there is this girl that owns a book cafe, and I just love it as a book and reader. So I'm really going to give it a try, and if it does work, I think I have like 7 volumes to read, and I'm just super excited for it. Next, we have Hell's Paradise Volume 1. This is an anime that is going to release on April, so I really want to give it a try because it gives me serious Demon Slayer vibes, and as many of you know, Demon Slayer is one of my favorite manga series and anime and basically everything. So I really want to give this series a try. I did read chapter 1 of this Volume 1, but I just wasn't really in the right headspace when I was reading that, so I didn't really continue. So yeah, and reading it just was such a interesting story, but and I really did like it, so I'm really excited to pick it up and read it. I think it's like 15 volumes, so if I started it, really get into the story and can finish it in like a week. So I'm really hoping I will be able to do that before the anime releases, but let's hope. The final manga on this list is Kakuriyo Bed and Breakfast for Spirits, and for this one I hope to read as many volumes as I possibly can. I rewatched the anime a few days ago and I just love being back into this world and everything, and I really want to give the manga a try. Maybe the aromas will have a little bit more story in the manga, and I'm really hoping for that because in the anime it was like super wide open and I was really disappointed for that, but I really did love watching all the characters and everything, interactions and character development and everything, and it gave me super Fruit Basket and Kabi-sama Kiss vibes, and this is why it's one of my favorites. So I really want to read it. I think we have like 7 volumes out, 5, I'm not sure, but also it's gonna be a new manga series soon for this one, so I'm gonna start a new one as well. So I have no idea how that will turn out, but that's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun talking about all these different books and manga that I want to read this month. I'm really hoping I can get around to most of them, but let's face it, I'm a mood reader. I might just pick up something entirely different, so we'll see. So like my video, subscribe, stick around, click the notification bell so you can be notified when I post. Check out, I would really appreciate if you check out my Instagram. It's right up here. I recently went over a makeover and I would really appreciate if you give my account some love. And basically that's it, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye! 君の虜になって